Isolated place. Okay. Or haven't I been up here already? Or okay, I haven't apparently. Actually, I think I remember fighting this guy in the remake when I tried out the boss rush mode. Yeah, that was the other thing there. I think I forgot to mention it actually in my video on the remake. They drastically revamped the mid-boss fights as well, and made them not necessarily hugely challenging, but a lot more interesting, which is fine. I think, yeah, if you want combat-type challenges, either put them in like a sort of a gauntlet-type area like this, where there's no puzzles or really exploration to speak of, and just have like a self-enclosed, like this is the combat area, where you do combat challenges instead of puzzling challenges. Like, it's good to separate the two like that, I think, because those are really kind of two aspects that don't mix well, and that's kind of the delicate balance that you have to strike in a game like this. It's like, in fact, most of the games I've listed that have, like, I've talked about in the past, like other Metroidvania games, like, okay, specifically Metroid and Castlevania, typically don't have very difficult combat. Oh, this guy's immune to my flail. Yeah, it's like Symphony of the Night combat is mostly trivial, and most of the fun comes from just seeing all the different cool stuff you can find, and gearing up your character with a bunch of ridiculously cool stuff. Or maybe it's the tail I've got to hit on this guy. Oh, I can't even see his head now. Okay, looks like he's got a tail. Let me try hitting that. Oh, so he's just gonna keep doing this? Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not working. So let's try and get the tail. So yeah, Symphony of the Night, Metroid, both games that really trivial combat in both of those games. Unless you're doing some kind of like challenge run or speed run, you're pretty much never gonna have difficulty with enemies if you're like especially if you're like a traditional Castlevania player and you're like used to the old school Castlevania games. It's like, yeah, combat in Symphony of the Night, and there are some later Castlevania games that sort of punched things up in the combat department and made things a bit more challenging, but in general, Symphony of the Night, not very difficult overall. Same with Super Metroid, also. If you're just playing through the game like regular, not a very difficult game at all. You pretty much have to... The difficult and challenging fights in that game generally come from any sort of special challenge or restriction or speed run that you might impose on yourself. And yeah, it's still a good game despite that, and in fact, if you had like really difficult... if you just had like enemies that were a pain in the ass everywhere you go when you're trying to backtrack and explore places, that would be it would kind of make it a lesser game if Metroid actually had difficult combat. And in fact, I think it's a good thing that those games tend to be so open-ended as far as how challenging you want to make it. It's like Castlevania, you can just choose not to use certain pieces of equipment if you want to make things tough for yourself. Super Metroid, you can just, again, choose to skip certain pieces of equipment and certain items if you want to make things hard for yourself. And that's kind of cool. You've got that modular bit of difficulty where you can make it challenging if you want it to be challenging. Typically, like on a second playthrough, you'll want to do that, where there is really the exploration. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's just a map of the room I was just in, I think, where I found the life crystal, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to ignore that for the time being. But, yeah, generally your first time through a sort of game like this that depends a lot on exploration type stuff where exploration and, exploring the game world is the main fun of the game. You generally don't want to have enemies be too difficult, I think, personally, just because it gets in the way of that. And yeah, other games that I enjoy along these lines, other good Metroidvania games, also have that in common, where, yeah, combat is just not a big deal, but you can make it challenging for yourself if you want. I don't know what you would do in La-Mulana to make it, to sort of give the enemies and the combat some weight. Frankly, I don't think you would even want to, just because stuff like the stiff controls, the fact that the bosses aren't necessarily very well designed, most overall, in general, at least in my opinion. I don't think you'd really want to make this, to like try to play this, do like that La-Mulana challenge run where you like beat the game without sub-weapons or like without life pickups or some nonsense like that. I don't think you'd want to do that with La-Mulana, frankly. The boss fights are just not well designed enough to sort of carry it in that regard. The puzzles and the exploration, on the other hand, sort of top-notch. And that's what I've been thinking about as far as where I'd like to see the sequel go, is... Because, yeah, that was one of the things that they did in the remake, was they sort of punched up the enemies, made it so that you have to be a lot more careful about fighting enemies. And actually, this is something I figured out. Actually, yeah, the flail will be good for this. Nice. Ha! Fuck you, Turtle Man. You are not a problem anymore. Oh, actually, another nice bit of sort of convenience I miss from the remake, though, is having your separate slots for your items and your sub-weapons, because it would be really nice to... Although I think the shield in the remake was actually a item slot rather than a sub-weapon, so I actually couldn't have my hand scanner equipped at the same time as the shield, even in the remake. Nevertheless, that's kind of a thing that I miss from my days on the remake. Okay. What do you got for me? Light the 3 fires. Okay, yeah, I did that. Oh, wait, what? The fire will be decided by the number of lives of the, What? Okay, so the 11th children is, these guys I'm fighting here. Maybe there's 11 of them? Oh god, okay, so this is not a thing I want to do melee combat for at all. I think a bomb. Once she pauses up top there, I think I want to throw a bomb. Just like that. I can sit over here and not have... Whoops. Yeah, this is working out fine. Yep. So yeah, this is boss fights in this game. Not terribly fun, but they don't get in the way, so it's not a big issue overall. So if they did want to make combat a thing in the sequel, I guess that's the way I'd do it. You'd clearly delineate and separate. It's like, these are the combat areas, these are the puzzle-solving areas, and don't mix them up so that the combat gets in the way of the puzzle-solving. In fact, I think it would be cool if they had, like, sort of... If they sort of had the improved combat of the remake, and sort of did more of these kind of combat-focused areas, where it's just like, yeah, like a little gauntlet of rooms you have to go through, where you've got to, like, kill all the enemies and get through that way. That'd be kind of interesting. Or maybe make it so that, like, your first time on every screen, there's, like, a bunch more enemies, and then have, like, certain enemies that, like, a lot of different enemies that just don't respawn. I think that would be a way to do it, also. So just so it's, like, you know, you've got combat challenge in your first time through the area, but then when you're sort of backtracking through to solve the puzzles and, you know, go exploring and stuff, it's not a big annoyance every time you go through, because you've got, like, a bunch of those enemies just wouldn't respawn. I don't know, I've been thinking a lot about, like, what I'd like them to do for the sequel. I mean, I don't know what I'd do to even get those ideas to the developers, or even if, frankly, they're good enough ideas to even be worth... Oh, I still got no gun ammunition. Okay, so I'm running low on shurikens. I think this guy does so little damage. I think I mainly just want to get up in his face and yeah, spam my melee attacks, to be honest, would probably be the fastest. Oh, that works. Actually, that was one thing that I forgot to talk about in my bonus video as well, that they changed in the remake. Spikes do, in the remake, do a percentage of your... they deal damage that's based on a percentage of your maximum life, so you can't, like, do what I was doing here and just sort of take damage against them. Just tank a bunch of damage from the spikes. Okay, so what do I do here? Is there something I need to activate? Or maybe I just leave the room before he revives? I don't know. Well, okay, let's see if that did it. So we've got that room with all of the flames. Has that been 11 bosses? I should go back to that room anyways, just to see how close I am. Oh, it wasn't here. It was one below then. Or, I guess I could check my map. If I have my map. There we go. Okay, so where was it? It wasn't here either. Must have been down here. I know it was somewhere in the center. Okay, nope. Man, I'm lost. I was talking about how it's like, there's like no exploration or puzzles to speak of in this area, and here I am. I'm getting lost in this, in many ways, the most simple of areas. Okay, so how many flames do I have left? God, this still isn't it. Okay, it's gotta be the one up above. Actually, there's a keyhole type looking thing in the background here as well, so I'm thinking maybe that one I saw earlier had nothing. Oh, I still haven't tried out that door I saw before. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we want to teleport out. I probably gotta... nope. Okay. Oh, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that was one of the... Okay, so my Grail isn't working here. I can't just teleport out at will like I could in every other area, which makes perfect sense for like a combat boss rush focused area like this. I'm actually really impressed that they had the sense to do something like that. Because, yeah, like I said, the fact that you have the Grail and the ability to teleport out anytime you want just trivializes, basically, all of the enemy encounters in this game. So yeah, it makes perfect sense that if you do want to have, like, kind of a boss gauntlet type thing, that you would make it so that you can't use the Grail anymore, basically. So yeah, good stuff there. So I guess if I can't... Oh. So, okay, I guess then that door, then, is probably the only way out of this area, because actually the ladder that I took to get here is gone also. Oh god, I hope that door leads out of this area. That would be going a bit too far, maybe, I think, if you actually can't exit this area until you clear it. That'd be a bit too much. I'm kind of thinking that might be what's going on here. Man, I'm having a real hard time with this double jump. Really? That was okay, whatever, that works. I'm really hoping this door leads out, because if it doesn't, we're going to have some problems. Although, I guess the other thing that could happen... Yeah, I can't go back through there, so... I guess the other thing that could happen is it could still force you to do that whole thing, that whole boss rush in one go, if I lose my flames by leaving the area. I hope they don't do that. That'd be going a bit far, I feel. So can I teleport to that area, then, is the question. So we've got Antarctic Adventure, Comic Bakery, 8. Okay, so the teleporter to this area still works, that's good. And, oh right, it was up above here. And yeah, we've got the 8th and potentially next to last boss here. Like I said, I think that we're getting really close. I think I'm gonna maybe finish the game on this session, and that's really exciting. And yeah, perfect. I'm like I'm so excited about La-Mulana now with this announcement of the sequel, and I'm getting close to the end of the game here. And this boss music is really kick-ass. Okay, probably hit her in the face. Okay, those things on the corners are probably gonna... Okay, I think I see what's going on here. Oh, damn. Oh, I guess maybe I don't. Okay, so you gotta destroy those things. So... I guess we are in a backside area because she's spawning sort of the backside bats. Okay, and then that... Okay, I see what's going on here. Oh, come on. Okay, so I guess... Okay, so you take out the infinity symbols, and that sort of binds her in place, or does it? Yeah, I actually don't really get what's going on with this boss fight, except that, I don't know, it seems like kind of a puzzle boss fight, almost, which is a bit odd. So it looks like, yeah, you've got to do the double jump across the top. Okay, you know what, it probably isn't the double jump across the top. I bet what they're expecting of you here is that you stand on that infinity symbol that appears in the center of the screen, and then you, yeah, whip her a couple times in the face, and then the symbol goes away. And then, yeah, that's the way this works. So the thing is, if you do the double jump over top of her head, then, yeah, this infinity symbol... Or unless it was just timed and that was a coincidence. It seemed... Oh, wow, they respawned. Okay, so I gotta get these in a certain time. This seems a little bit hectic with the... Yeah, the bats spawning all over the place. Oh, fuck. At least this boss doesn't do as much contact damage as the last one. Okay, so this is getting annoying. Fuck! Oh, this is an annoying boss. I do not care for this one. It doesn't seem difficult, or I guess I haven't really done too much damage to it. I guess I just need to be more careful. So let's do that. Yeah, no need to go up over top. Okay, so I think what I actually want to do now is wait for the other symbols to respawn, and then I'll just go do them in one pass. Just go around counterclockwise. Okay. Okay, so she's got eye lasers, she's got hair, which basically looks like you need to kind of memorize the safe spots with the hair there. Fuck. Okay, that's me dead. Man, this... Okay, this is an interesting boss, at least. I think I have the right idea, I just need to be more careful, is the main thing. I was taking a lot of unnecessary damage. So... Yeah, I think I can probably get it in a couple more shots. Basically, I just need to memorize the safe spots for her little hair attack, is the main problem I've got right now. That and just don't jump into her constantly like an idiot. Those bats are a huge pain. I should be using sub-weapons, actually. Whoops, no, don't quit the game. Yeah, I really should be probably turning to my sub-weapons more. So what would be a good sub-weapon to use against this boss? Or, not so much the boss, actually. I think I want to use my whip, if possible, just because I think it'll do more damage and speed up the fight more than anything else. Although... Yeah, it would be nice to use a sub-weapon to take care of those annoying bats. Actually, a grenade could work. I don't have very many... Or, no, it's this one. I don't have very many grenades, but I think I could maybe use some of these to do a bit of damage to the boss. Man, I'm really liking this boss music, too. This is like probably my favorite that I've seen, or that I've heard so far in the game. So yeah, if I could find a... Or I think maybe go shurikens, just to keep the bats under control. Dang it. Hate these random moving bats. Okay. Double jump over. Shit. Fuck. Okay, this is annoying. Yeah, she doesn't do a lot of damage, really. I'm just, yeah, being much too careless. Or at least I was on my first try. Although, oh, wow, really? Oh, these bats are a huge pain. I'm like, ugh. Oh, God, and the infinity symbols are back. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this is a really annoying boss. I do not care for this one. Yeah, it's just like, why do these frickin' bats need to even be here? It's just like, just like any kind of random moving enemies. I just hate it so much. There's so much... Because, yeah, it's completely random as to whether they're going to be a pain in the ass or whether they're just going to be no problem whatsoever. Sometimes they get in your way, sometimes they don't. And there's no way to predict their movements either, so you can't, like... Fuck. Oh, God, how do you even hit this fucking thing? Okay, so I think I should probably try to go with what I think is the intended approach here. So I'll stand on that thing, hit her a little bit. Man, but yeah, it looks like I only get like one hit on each pass. Ah. Okay. So, I guess that's the way we do it then. Maybe this boss just won't have a lot of health for that reason. Okay, so basically, yeah, we go stand on the thing, and then we get basically one hit on her, and then we gotta jump off immediately. Okay, so I wanna take care of these bats before anything. Okay, so I couldn't even hear if that was a hit. Is that... Okay, maybe that fireball thing is... I think that's a thing that probably indicates that she's getting low on life. That'll make it a bit easier to... Or, sorry, a bit harder to get in close and get my hits on her. Okay, so wait for the bats. Wait for the... Shit. Fuck, I don't think I got... No, that wasn't close enough for a hit. Ah, so stupid. Yeah, I really hate these fucking bats. Too many of them, I think. I could deal with like maybe 3 bats. 3 maybe. 2 would be ideal. 4 bats, kind of obnoxious. It makes it impossible to... Because yeah, this is a lot of specific positioning you need on this boss. Like the platforms are kind of small, and yeah, if you screw up, you have to go around the frickin' circle all over again. And yeah, it's like, yeah, you have such a limited window of opportunity to hit the boss, and those freaking bats just, it's not even the damage so much, it's just that they knock you back. And every time they do it, when you're trying to go in for the hit, then you've got to go through the whole, hit all the infinity symbols again. It's just, this is a really annoying boss so far. Maybe there's an easy way to do it. I'm gonna try some sub-weapons this time, I think. Maybe I don't even need to bother with the infinity symbols if I just, yeah, spam sub-weapons or something. That's been the solution with some other bosses in the past, so... Okay, let's try shurikens. So I think, yeah, but I'm gonna... actually, I could just stand underneath her, actually. That would be like a... Or actually, no, I can't. Okay. So I guess maybe get the infinity symbols to bind her in place, and then stand underneath and spam, like, flares or something like that. Except, no, that's not gonna work. Shurikens? Okay, I wonder if this thing times out, because yeah, the way that's, that infinity... Okay, so that doesn't work. Will this work? Ah, fucking bats. Fucking tail. Okay, so yeah, it looks like sub-weapons don't even work against this thing. Which was the same way it worked with Sackett, I think, also. Okay, so that was one hit. Hooray. Okay, so I think I just need to make sure to stay clear of the area behind her, so as to avoid the tail. The tail seems to be the thing that deals the most damage. Fuck. But yeah, you can't... Like, yeah, you don't have time to get up, is the problem. Okay, so deal with the bats. Okay, you can get a couple hits in there if you're fast. Still haven't gotten my little spinning fireball yet, so it looks like she's got a way to go for damage. Oh, and yeah, they got the bats swarming around. Fuck. Okay, perfect. Now, we just wait for the bats to fuck off. Okay, perfect. Okay, a couple hits, and there's our fireball. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the indicator that the boss is getting a bit lower on life. Probably not hugely low. Probably got a ways to go on this... Fuck, on this thing so far. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to redo this. Yeah, I gotta wait for the fireball. And there it is. Oh, and I wasn't paying attention to the hairs, and I jumped up into it like a retard. Okay, let's just wait for this shit. Oh, fucking, I triggered it prematurely going for the bat. Yeah, there's no point. Fuck. Yep, just wait for the best, wait for the infinity symbol to respawn. Okay. Probably need to... Yeah, probably gonna have to do a low commentary run on this one, too, just because I have to focus so hard on what these stupid bats are doing all the time. Fuck. Actually, she spawns them faster than I can kill them, so there's really no point in keeping them under control. It's just a thing that I have to deal with, I guess. Okay. Think I might have it this time. Oh, I'm way lower on life than I thought I was, though. Nope, bait the tail. That's the way you do it. Bait the tail and then go up for it. Fuck. Okay, that got it. Okay, I think we're maybe getting close. Probably one more fireball. Maybe a couple more rounds will do it. I don't know, I feel like we're getting close. Ah, shit, the tail. Bait the tail. Always bait the tail before you go up. I'm thinking there might be like a easy sub-weapon strat, or no, there wouldn't be an easy sub-weapon strat against this boss because sub-weapons just don't work. So yeah, this is, I guess, the fastest way we can do it. Ah, okay, bait the tail, bait the fucking tail. God damn it. Okay, if I can just remember not to be greedy and just try to go straight up for the last symbol in the cycle, and I just remember to jump up, bait the tail, and then go for it afterwards, I think I'll have this fight this time. Actually, this is kind of an okay boss. I really hate the random moving bats and how it's just they just knock you around and are a huge pain in the ass. And sometimes they screw you up and force you to have to redo a bunch of shit. Because yeah, very limited. It's like you got to do a lot of work to open up the boss, and there's if you screw up at any point along the way, then you've got to go and do all that work all over again. Oh well, I don't know. Seems like a decent boss, just kind of. I mean, it's not like the most. Definitely not even close to the worst thing we've seen so far. Just kind of annoying to fight a little bit. So, okay, get up here where we want to be in the first place. So what sub-weapon would help, then? So if sub-weapons don't work on the boss, then... yeah, I guess we just keep using the shurikens, and that'll help dispatch the bats occasionally. Oh, actually, you know what? I just noticed her face actually changes a little bit. Her face... oh, yeah, her face changes before she does the hair attack. I, did not even notice that until just now. You know what? I think it's actually worth tanking, or maybe it isn't worth tanking damage against her. Actually, oh fuck. Oh, you can knock those back. That's kind of interesting. Fuck, the double... oh, it's so hard to use the double jump when you're up against the ceiling. I really hate how that's another thing that makes it kind of hard to go back to the original after playing the remake. The double jump was so much more convenient in the remake than it is in this game. Or, you know what? I think I'm gonna try, though. Because, yeah, that's one thing you could... because, yeah, it looks like the trigger that makes her turn around is, yeah, underneath her. So if you try to run around underneath, then that'll make her turn around. And also if you hit her. So it seems like I can actually not even have to worry about the infinity symbols. Oh, I thought I might have gotten rid of that thing permanently, but alas. Fuck. Okay, looks like I've got a limited time window to get that as well. Fuck. God damn it. I don't know, maybe I should just do it the way it's intended. Is that 5 bats, actually? No, it's only 4. Just seems like 5 because they're really annoying. Okay, bait the tail attack. Oh, wow. Ah, fuck. Oh, this is so annoying. Really hate this fucking boss. This might end up being one of the worst ones after all, actually. Yeah, it's like sometimes she uses the tail attack like right when you jump up there, and sometimes she like waits a little while. It doesn't seem like there's a way to bait it, as far as I can... oh, and I destroyed the symbol going for the bats, so I've got to rush when I didn't want to. Because, yeah... use the tail, please, so I can jump up. No? Okay. Oh, now you're gonna fucking use it. Fuck this boss! God! Oh, well. At least, this should work. Okay, there we go. And cause, yeah, so since those infinity symbols are so much of a pain in the ass to work with, I'm thinking I probably want to try going along the top, like I was before. Ugh. Okay, looks like I've got to get the hit on the way down. On the plus side, it's kind of nice that you don't have the limited... fuck. It doesn't seem like the symbol in the center goes away with time.